So I made a video about a year ago where I sold my FT-101E that I bought over 12 years ago from a ham in Wagga Wagga, New South Wales. That radio was practically brand new. Never golden screwdrivered, always treated really well. I sold it thinking that was it for FT-101Es because I've collected so much in the way of Collins equipment, getting into Drake as well. But I came to really regret it. So I've bought not one, but two FT-101Es. This one, I'd rate it, probably had about I'd give it a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. It was probably more like a 6.5 when I first got it. But it's cleaned up really, really nicely. There was so much dirt and crap all the way on the inside of this, but it's come up just beautifully. So I've put most of my time into this one. And the other one that I've got that's in museum quality, we'll get to that one pretty soon as well. I've already done some work to it. But as I said, most of the effort focused on this one so far. So I've replaced the FET on the RF board, the low-level RF. They're notorious for blowing up with some original NECs. Because the replacements that were available for those, I can't remember the code off the top of my head, but they're now obsolete. I believe they were NTE devices. They're even more expensive now than the original NEC devices. So I was lucky to find those. Took it through in alignment. The fan on the back was really noisy and dirty, not spinning correctly, so that's been all lubed up. The Jackson ball drive on the VFO has been lubed up as well. Gave all the cabinets a polish. It's really shiny now. You can see the shine on that with the light reflecting. It was in a bit of a sorry state before. Done that to all of the covers. Switch is all cleaned up. That marker signal switch was very noisy before and intermittent. All good now. Stuff like this too. Switching in the RIT. That was very noisy and intermittent before, so that's all been done quite nicely. Align the processor, align the S-meter, and she's effectively all good to go. So I think we're already tuned up for maximum power, but we will try to do this now one-handed. Actually, no, I'll just do it this way. This is how I tune up. I get everything pretty much to where I need it to be. As close to spot on as I possibly can. And the first thing that I'll do very rapidly is dip that plate. So that way we're in resonance, close enough to it. Make sure that our power is good as well. So we want to be about there. Then I'll come back and do one last peek of the pre-selection. And I'm even faster than this when I don't have one hand occupied holding the camera. And then we'll do one last dip of the plate. And then over here on the watt meter, because I'm going to be going into the amplifier, we won't worry about doing a final twiddle of the loading. But we're doing pretty close to about 130 watts or so on this puppy, so this is going really nicely. And the whole idea of tuning up rapidly like that, there's never anywhere near enough time for these sweep tubes to get too cooked. I do that with pretty much every tube radio that I have, and I've never had problems with things burning up, because the manuals will say do it in 10 seconds. Key up for 10 seconds or less. Using that method, I key up for 2 seconds or less. So there's absolutely no way that the plates on these tubes are going to start glowing at all. I was also very naughty and picked up an FL-2100B amplifier as well. And I gave all of this a very nice polish as well. And we've got the matching VFO. There's a contest weekend.
America, Charlie, November 304. You got the Charlie, November 304. Charlie, Nancy 3 America, Charlie, November 304.
Victor Kilo 2, X-ray, X-ray, Lima.
Victor Kilo 2, X-ray, Lima, good evening, 593.
QSL, you are 5901, 5901, over.
QSL, thank you very much, 73, Charlie, November 304. Charlie, November 3 America, Charlie, Nancy 3 Alpha, Charlie, November 3 America.
Scale on that meter only goes up to about 300, but in the peak reading range, we were going up to 400 there quite easily. Not even trying.
Thank you, Delta Foxtrot 8 X-ray Charlie, 59, what is your Charlie Quebec zone, over?
I expected more activity on 20 meters. Thank you for the call. 5 whiskey. Sierra November 2 Bravo, Sierra November 2 Bravo, 5932 over. Sierra November 2 Bravo. Well, anyway, I would have liked to have made more contacts, but you get the general idea. And it is really nice. And to have the external VFO as well. You see the lights up there. And especially back in the old days, they were a very handy thing to have. Sadly, I'm finding it easier to pick up these sort of radios these days. I think rigs like the Icon IC7300 that I have now become such a staple in the ham radio world. While they're so convenient and great to use, I think they've forced us to become a bit lazy, sadly. Because I'm picking these sort of things up for good prices because people just don't want to do the tuning. No problem for me, but anyway, I guess it's just the way things are going these days. Anyway, that is the FT-101E from Yaesu. Of course. Let's get the cover on there. Again, trying to do this one-handed. Yeah, so very happy with how the setup has come up. Anyway, this is Andrew, VK2XXL, saying 7-3. Thanks for watching.